What's up, family? How you guys doing today? I'm here with Milky Tech, and does it make sense to buy a pre-built in 2021? Let's look at one. In order to answer that question, I went out and got us an iBUYPOWER Slate 4 PC. With a lack of availability of parts, especially GPUs, graphic cards, getting a pre-built might make sense, especially since it's so difficult now to build a PC because of that. And if you need a PC right now, this might be the only option. So, is it a good value? Let's take a look at it, dissect it, break it down, and see what's inside of it. And family, if you guys enjoy this kind of content, smash that subscribe and ring that bell. And guys, remember, links for all the products and everything that I use will be in the description below. Before we go on, let's take a look at the packaging and see what we got and what our specs are. Ooh, this guy is heavy. On this side, we have our specification and what comes in the box. We have a Core i7-10700F, which is an 8-core processor at 2.9 GHz, and it boosts all the way up to 4.8 GHz. We have an NVIDIA RTX 2060 6 gigs, 16 gigs of DDR4 3000 memory, a 480 gig SSD, a 2 TB SATA 3 hard drive, an 82.11 AC Wi-Fi, Windows, 12 months of premium warranty, and lifetime technical support. And in the box, we have the Slate 4, a gaming keyboard, a gaming mouse, power cord, quick starter guide, and an accessories bag. So on the front and on the back, we just have a picture of the PC and our RGB. Remember, tempered glass, handled with care. On this side here, this tells you what's in the box. Not much on the top and bottom, just more what's in the box. So let's open this guy up. Let's get our knife out. Incision here, another incision there. Across the whole thing slowly. The patient is open. The way you want to take out something so big is you want to flip it up on the side that you have it open. Remember, it is heavy. Take your time when you're doing it. Flip it like this. And pull it out. We have here a quick starter guide that tells you exactly how to take this out and turn it on. Remember, there is a foam insert inside of the computer that you must take out or your computer will overheat. And there's more information on the back. We have a bag of goodies. We have our Wi-Fi antennas, power cord, graphic card manual with your warranty, and a thank you letter. Drivers, toss that out. Always get the most up-to-date drivers from the manufacturer's website. Whether it is Asus, EVGA, NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, always get your latest drivers from their website. A little baggie with M.2 screws, another thank you card, a sticker, and a motherboard quick starter guide. Another thing included with this computer is a keyboard and mouse and their RGB. And now for the computer. So let's just flip this guy around and take off the top protective piece. I like this type of foam. It doesn't break easily and gives adequate protection for the computer or any product. For the unveil, and here's the computer. So far it looks pretty clean. Let's take them apart and see what kind of parts they used. Alright, first thing we want to do, we want to take off this tempered glass side panel. Pull that out. Be careful with it, it is glass. And when tempered glass breaks, it doesn't break, it shatters. They're using a deep cool cooler, which is better than the stock cooler. Slightly better, so that's good. What kind of memory modules we are using here? So they are using XPG gaming RAM sticks. Better than, some stock sticks you get without the heat spreaders. They're black PCB and they have heat spreaders on it, which is good. An Asus RTX 2060. Cable management is not the best in this case, but it's not bad. We have a micro ATX motherboard from MSI, a B460M. Motherboard is capable of putting two M.2 SSDs in it. That's nice. And has a built-in Wi-Fi. Overall, this seems like a very entry-level system. The cooling seems pretty adequate. We have 3 intakes and an exhaust. What's nice about this, if you ever want to start liquid cooling, you can put a 360 rad over here. Let's flip this guy over, open this side up. We are using a Vulkan SSD. Our hard drive is buried underneath all these cables. I like how there's a dust shield over here. So let's add another 2.5-inch drive here. And this is what controls all of our fans. A little fan control over here. Not too bad of a system. Out of cable manager, definitely much different, much cleaner, but it is what it is. We have another dust shield at the bottom. I wonder what power supply came with this. Only way to find out is to take it out. I'm guessing it's a 400, 500 watt power supply that's in it. Just from the size of it. It's not a modular power supply. So this is one of the issues that I find with pre-built PCs is the power supply that they use. Now this power supply claims that it's 80 plus gold rated, which is a good power supply, but I've never heard of high power, and I can't guarantee the quality that's in it, like Corsair or EVGA or Seasonic or other known brands. Now what's nice about it is a single 12 volt with 50 amps. So this might be a good power supply, it might last long, but I don't know what high power is. A nice feature on the top, we have another dust shield, which is magnetic. Alright, so let's unbox the keyboard and mouse that came with it. Here's the mouse. So the mouse feels pretty good. It has back and forward buttons on the side. The click seems pretty good. It moves. It's pretty light. It glides pretty smooth. Looks like we have our DPI buttons over here. And it goes up to 3600 DPI. RGB lighting. We have 7 smart buttons and an ergonomic design. So far, it doesn't feel like a bad mouse. Alright, now for the keyboard. Another incision. Pop this out here. This up. And take the keyboard out. So this feels like a membrane keyboard. It probably is a membrane keyboard. Yep, it's a membrane keyboard. We got a volume knob over here. Media control keys. Key typing is not too bad. Let's look at some of its features. Of course, RGB. We have a function lock over here. We have our easy multimedia controls up here. Volume control. 11 lighting effects. Our brightness control. Multi-zone RGB. It has a spill-resistant design. 10 million click life cycle. So far, this seems just like an average keyboard. Now, of course, we're going to put it through its paces in a little bit when we turn the whole thing on. Alright, so let's slap this computer together and see if it actually turns on. Alright, let's turn this PC on. Alright, let's turn this PC on. Ooh, pretty. Alright, now that we have booted up, let's set up Windows. Alright, now that we're into Windows, let's play around with the computer and I'll be back. Reviewing the peripherals that came with it, I am not a fan of this keyboard. It had a lot of problems. It kept on sticking. You have to press the button really hard sometimes. It doesn't have a very nice typing experience. It is nice to look at. I mean, it has RGB, but overall, I wouldn't use this keyboard. I would actually get another keyboard because typing experience is not that great on it. It does come with a computer. If you need something as a stopgap until you get something else, like a mechanical keyboard or something, it's okay. It will get you there, but you will notice a big difference once you switch keyboards. Now the mouse itself, I think it's a good mouse. It's light, it moves smoothly, it has RGB, it has thumb back forward keys, and a DPI switch on the top. Overall, I think this is a really nice mouse, especially since it comes with the PC. You'll probably be able to get away gaming with this mouse just fine. Of course, if you're going to switch to another type of mouse, you probably would notice a difference, like the Razer Basilisk Ultimate, which I have a review right here. Overall, I had a great experience using this PC. Now, is it overpriced? In my opinion, yes, it is overpriced. Only because if prices of PC parts were the way they're supposed to be, instead of $800 for a graphic card, building this PC would have cost around $1,000. For this caliber PC, would I make this part choices? Probably not, only because you really don't need an i7 for a RTX 2060. PC prices were the way they're supposed to be. This PC could have been built with, I think, better parts, as we can see here on PC Part Picker, for a lot less. The cost of this PC was around $1,300. Building it would have cost around $1,100. Now, with the RTX 2060 costing almost $900 and you want a gaming rig, now this PC kind of makes more sense. However, there's some parts here that I didn't like what they picked, like their power supply, some unknown brand. It is 80 plus gold, so there is something to it. But personally, I would have liked seeing a better, more known brand like Seasonic, Corsair, other known brands. Overall quality is not bad. I would have liked to see their cable management a little bit more tidy, but for what you're getting, I think it's a really good rig. You really don't need a beefy cooler since you don't have an overclockable chip. However, an overclockable chip is like $40 more, and getting a nice decent cooler would have been around $50 mark. So it's just a little bit extra just to get more performance. I think that would have been worth it. However, this does turbo up pretty high, up to 4.8 gigahertz. You might want to upgrade the cooler here because I don't think this deep cool can really handle that kind of temperatures for long. Maybe a trusted, Cooler Master Evo to be slapped in here, would have kept everything even cooler. All in all, I think this is a nice rig. However, for the price point and what it could actually be built for, I think it's overpriced. I don't like quality of some of the parts. But if you need a PC, I think this is a way to go. Unless you just source a third party, used GPU for a decent price. With cryptocurrency the way it is, it's pretty hard to find a decent priced graphic card. I got lucky the other day finding an RX 6900 XT, which you will see the review over here. During these times, it will be the only time that I might even entertain the idea of getting a pre-built. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, smash that like, hit subscribe, ring that bell so you get notified when I release my next video. If you guys have a comment, question, or want to say hello, drop it in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.